I need to take this off. I'm gonna color my hair before I take a shower. I've been deep cleaning all morning. Reset Sunday. Got still a lot of laundry to do, but I will go live doing all of my orders tonight when the girls leave because it'll just be easier. So yeah, about 6, I'll probably 6:30. I'll go live, do all the orders, package them and everything to where in the morning I can drop them off at the post office and get more orders in. Tomorrow I gotta take Bryce to the doctor about his allergies. I'm gonna see if we can get him some more allergy medicine. But we're gonna color my hair. Crap, I think I need the scissors again. Are they these? Let's see. Because my roots are grown, so I'm like, before I take a shower, let's color my hair and then we'll jump in the shower. Hello. I've been cleaning. I've been in the cleaning mood. Girl, I even did this. Let me show you. It's so cute. I even finally put this up. It hasn't been put up when I finally put it up. I had Bryce help me. Look, I gotta put that. Don't mind that. But I put that on the wall. I want to put, so I had bought that for my sister. She got rid of it. Well, I bought it from her. But I want to put the kids' pictures on there. It fit right there. I wanted it to go kind of sideways, but it don't fit, so I still got to nail the bottom, but I couldn't find no nails. And then I have this, but I don't know what to do with this shelf. I want to put cow stuff. But yeah, I just gotta do this. But it's cute, so I want to put the kids' pictures. And then I put this thing from the living room right here, which I got to get the stuff off of it. I got to hang those pictures, put that up. And I want to get like a little plant right here. I'm trying to do my hallway, upstairs hallway that's in between the kids' room. So I put that up finally. It's cute, huh? I think once I put like decorations on it, like I said, the pictures, I want to put the kids' pictures. It'll be super cute. It'll be really cute. I just gotta do something with that shelf. Slowly but surely. We're getting there. I'm just doing blue black. This is only like $4. I gotta leave it in longer though, because last time I did it, it didn't do my roots. So I kind of wasted on you. We got featuring a Red Bull. I need to cut this thing. I need scissors. Hold on. So we need to leave it on for 25 minutes. what have y'all been doing today? I'm so fat, I can't ever breathe. My hair's real oily too, so that's the perfect time to dye it because it don't get like as dried out. Look at my arms. I cannot wait till these tatas, y'all. Look at my body. Can't wait till it looks different. Look at my tummy. Look at this. First of all, we gotta lift these up to see this. Look at these. Look at these even from the side. Look how wide they are. I think they'll still be wide. I think implants are just like that. I don't know, but they'll be smaller. They'll be smaller. Now, my boobs aren't going to be like up here. Oops, look, you can see my bottom boob. Because my natural anatomy's lower. But they won't be as like heavy and huge. So unfortunately, my anatomy, the way my body is, I won't have them to my chin, but it's okay. These are like, well, guys, CCs are a different size on everybody. Depends on your body. Mine are like 570, I think, or 560. Something like that. But a certain, look how oily I am. A certain CCs is different on everyone. 400 could look my size to somebody else, like my size could look smaller to somebody else. It's literally different. But mine are like, I think mine are 560 or 570. One of those. I can't remember. I have to look at my paperwork. They are heavy. I don't know what size I'm getting. It'll be whatever the doctor recommends CC wise, because it's whatever's gonna go for my body. And I don't know what CCs he'll say that is for my natural size, which I naturally had tatas. I did. So they'll just be more filled out, but just not as huge. I'm thinking like 350. I don't know. He could say, you know, you need to go to 400. He could say, no, you need to go to 300. No, you know, this size is probably what your natural size is for your body. I don't know. It'll be really, I'm really going by what CC's he says, recommends for what I'm wanting. No, I haven't tried the clothes on yet. We should do that today. We'll do that tonight. I actually need to do that in case I need to take them back. Actually. So I was about to take a shower, but I was like, you know what? Let me dye my hair. I've been needing to do it. I'm in the mood. Before I take a shower. So I was like, that gives me a moment to go live real quick. Get my daily video in. I can't sue the other doctor. What am I going to sue him for? You signed papers. What am I going to sue him for? Agreeing to the size that he suggested. I agreed. I said, okay. He said, don't do a lift. You're too young. I think you'll be unhappy with the scars because you're still, you know, he asked me if I was married or anything, and I said no. He said, well, you know, a lot of girls be insecure afterwards about their scars if they, you know, end up dating and things like that. He's like, you're young. He said, I think you just need to fill them in more and they'll be fine, but no. But a lot of doctors do that because they want you to come back, you know? I don't know. And I said, okay, you know, I was like, he knows what he's talking about. He thought that I would be fine. And I even asked him, I was like, will it cause more sagging? He said, no. like I said, my natural anatomy, or whatever, my natural body shape, my boobs are lower. And he told me that too. So he told me, like, you know, you don't think I need to lift, like it's not going to do a whole lot besides change the nip area, which I wanted. We don't want them facing down, we want them facing up. But he just said that it would still be in the same position just because of my natural anatomy, so he recommended just going larger to fill it out, to give me the look that I wanted. Because I like that, like, fake boob look. I do. I like it. So I wanted that, but we just went way too large for my body. I don't know. I felt like we did. But I'm really scared because I don't want to go too small and then regret it being that too small. So I'm just going to really go over it with the doctor. Like, really express how I feel about everything. I'm going to answer all questions. Ask all questions. I'm going to really express exactly how I felt about the last one, how I feel about this one, my nervousness about being too small, but then also end up being too big again. Or, like, you know, I'm going to really, like, go, you know, over everything. But she's a really good doctor. So, I think we should be alright this time. Yeah, this is just blue-black. My roots grow in so easy. And then they're light. And last time when I dyed it, I didn't leave it long enough. And it didn't even do nothing to my roots. It just washed right out. I want to say like 350 cc's would be good for me. But, you know, they know because it doesn't go by cc's. It goes by the shape of your body. 3 cc's could look different on me versus somebody else. So, you know, my natural size may not be 350. It may be something. I don't know. I was going to do saline, but we're going to go ahead. They recommended staying with silicone because I already have silicone. So, we'll see. Everything can change the day of post-op. Once we go over everything, you're standing in front of them. They're marking your body. We're seeing what, you know, whatever and all of that stuff. They lift your boobs up. They do all that. They, like, literally check your whole body out, mark it. Things may change that day. He may look at my body and say, you know what? I don't think you should get a tummy tuck right now, you know? I think you should go with doing this more. I mean, you never know. The day of pre-op, things may change. But I'm really going to go into not going in there shy like I did the other ones and nervous and just like, okay, you know, letting them run the show. I'm going to really be like, look, this is my experience in the past. I've been here to Miami twice. Here's my experience with so-and-so, and this is how I felt, and this is what I'm stuck with, and here I am back again. Yeah, pre-op, whatever. And this is, you know, what's bothering me, and I don't want to be in this position again, and like, you know. So, yeah, they suggested from my pictures, they're going by my pictures right now, sticking with silicone. So silicone's a little more expensive, but they recommended it. They'll last me longer too. So we'll see that day, you know. That day will be the day we choose and we decide everything 100%. Yeah, it's hard with doctor's offices because they kind of just go in because they know what they're doing. And they're like, well, you know, this and this and this and this. And I suggest this and this. And, well, from the look of your this and your, you know, so it's kind of hard because you're like, well, they know what's best, you know. But it's really just making sure that you know that your doctor's not full of shit and you do your research. My last doctor, I went to a doctor that's not very known, not very popular, not very, like, he ain't out there on post and he ain't out there, like, do you know what I'm saying, where people talk about him and mention that doctor all the time. He wasn't, and he still isn't. That was even years ago, and he still isn't. So, you know, they are more cheaper, but if you get, you know, something that's more pricier, ones that's very known, very talked about, very popular, very professional, you know, and it's not as cheap as the other ones, you know, it should be better. I don't know why I went to the last person for a second time. I truly don't. Why I did it twice, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Why I did it twice, I don't know. No, so, like I said, it may change. Who knows? When we get there, I may end up with the lift and no implants at all. But so right now, obviously I'm traveling. So right now, we're just going by my photos, okay? And by my photos, they did recommend just, you know, like from what I'm saying I want. They did say, like, well, if you still want that volume that you originally wanted. Because I had told them on the phone, too, my story, you know what I mean, about, like, what I wanted originally and then what happened. You know, and I told them when I first ever wanted implants, like, I like that fake boob look, like, but not, like, giant, but ones where it matches the body and, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, I wanted that volume. I had pancakes, you know, I showed them my very first photos of before I had any implants. My very, very first one of what I originally was with. I was like, this is what I was working with, and they were just like pancakey, lost. They had no volume, so they recommended, like, if I get a lift, yeah, it's going to be better, but I won't have that fake boob look. That volume is what it is. That more up here cleavage, that cleavage, you know, and which is what I want. I mean, I could use a push-up bra and make myself in clothing have cleavage, you know, get a bombshell bra, of course. That's what a lot of girls do. But, you know, she was like, I would, you know, say, doesn't mean you have to go larger in implants. She, you know, expressed that to me, that she recommended, you know, me doing an implant of, you know, what I'm wanting for the volume. So that I originally like and want. She's like, that's what's gonna happen with the volume. She's like, that doesn't mean you have to go with large implants, you know. You could have like the same size of what I, you know, originally was, and it's the same exact size, no bigger, no, but the volume will be there. Does that make sense? So we'll see that day. He may say, you know what, I think you have enough breast tissue that when we do the lift, you may have, you know, you may like this better. And I don't, you know, we don't have to do an implant. And I think you'll be all right, you know, just wear push-up bras or whatever. But with what I'm wanting, you know, he may just say go in with a small enough implant just to give you that volume or whatever. We'll find out that day. Once he actually sees in person, lifts them, moves them, see, you know, how much breast tissue I have, which I have quite a bit. I do have a good amount of breast tissue. Do you know what I mean? It's just really volume is what I'm wanting. But I don't want them big. But I don't want them small either. Does that make sense? I don't want them small. Like, I think a lot of you guys think that I'm wanting to go, like, flat-chested. No. So, I don't want y'all to be like, oh my gosh, I thought you were going to end up having, like, tiny A cups or B cups, you know? No, I'm still wanting tatas, y'all. Just not gigantic. I just want that fake boob look, but for my body size, like, and not even like the body I have now, because I plan on losing weight. So I don't, like, that's what I'm saying, and that's one thing we're going to talk about is, like, just my original anatomy, but with the volume and the cleavage. Because I think a lot of people think, like, I don't, you know, want none. Like, I'm going to come in here and look like I'm wearing a sports bra. No. We still want boobs. We're just getting new boobs that fit my body. But I still want that, like, big booty. You know what I'm saying? But lifted. Not so gigantic where I look fucking like I'm 200 pounds. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, these tatas make me look like I'm 250 pounds. They are heavy, so they're way more saggier. I already had saggy boobs, but they're worse now because of the weight of them. You know? Am I nervous? Yeah, because I'm getting way different than what I did before. I never was cut open before, you know what I mean? There was stuff, you know, I was moved around underneath the skin, but I never have been cut. Well, I guess cut underneath, but they still moved up underneath the skin, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be cut from here to here. I'm going to be cut from here to here, like an anchor. There's going to be breast tissue removed from me. There's going to be skin from here removed. There's going to be a muscle repair. There's going to be lipo to these arms, like to make them skinnier. I may end up with a little extra skin, but I think I could manage. And if it's too much later on, I could always fix that, you know, but at least I want that. Some people can lose weight, but they just have big arms. So I'm wanting to fix them, and then later on, if I have to, you know, lose weight, tone them up, and if I ever have to get the skin removed, I can always do that. I don't care. I think I'm going to be one that gets hella surgeries until I'm satisfied. I bet you anything I'll be one later in the future getting a nose job, rhinoplasties. I know it. I know I will. This won't be my last round. I know I'll probably go next time and get a BBL and my nose fixed at the same time. No, I do want to fix my BBL. I may get an arm skin removal and fix my BBL next time. I may just do the Aveli or whatever it's called. That's where they just fix the indentions in your booty. And then I may not need to do a BBL. I may just do that. They like cut the bands in your booty. And it helps the like indentions, which is like cellulite. So it makes like the flat spots. So they have a treatment for that. And I think that's like $3,000 though. And I think they can even do it like local anesthesia, like don't fully put you to sleep. But that's scary. Fuck that. Fuck that. You can get that with a BBL where they do that first and then they do the BBL to like fix it better, like your shape. I know everyone says tummy tuck's a hard recovery. In Miami, guys, it's not as expensive as you guys think. That's why people travel. Now around here, sure, but there, if you stick to saving, y'all could get it too if you go to Miami. Truly. And then you can apply. They have so many financing you can do. Now they have Cherry. Now Care Credit, I've tried to do that 2 times, got denied. But Cherry, almost everybody gets approved. Yeah, really what I got to do is try to keep the weight off afterwards, yes. Because I can gain weight. Now, with the tummy tuck and a muscle repair, a lot of people who gain weight, even a lot of people who end up pregnant afterwards, their stomach still stays flat. But they gain everywhere else, like their ass gets bigger, you know. You can get your double chin. Everything seems to go to my ass nowadays, my thighs. So a lot of people, even if they end up pregnant after a tummy tuck, their shit's still flat. So I don't think I really have like rolls that'll end up coming back. But everywhere else I can gain. You know what I mean? My arms can gain right back. My double chin has already came back somewhat. I can gain my boobs again. Do you know what I'm saying? It'll just be maintaining, which I don't like being like this. I truly don't. I have all workout stuff. I just really want to. And it's hard. And everyone, guys, I know, I see y'all talking about Jess's BBL, but she might have wanted something natural. Maybe she wasn't one that wanted that hourglass shape. She didn't want the hips. Maybe she didn't want the big, juicy. She might have said, I just want a little something. Maybe I just want a little bit, but it looks natural. It doesn't look like I have like a big old BBL. She might have not wanted that. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people who don't want to be like this from the front. They want to be regular and then just a little bit more. There are some people who ask for a little bit. There's some people who don't have enough fat on their body to transfer to get it you know what I mean? There's some people Everyone's different, and not everybody's BBL is going to come out the same. It depends what they want. She might not have wanted that. So, you know, I think she did say that she just wanted like a little something, something. Me, you, what, Ashley? You just want a little natural? There's some people who have really, really tight skin, like not really, like no elastic to their skin. They're real firm, they're real tight, they're real like, and their bottoms, usually to get them real big, they have to do round 2s because they didn't have a whole lot of stretch in their skin to be able to go real big. The doctors will tell you that. You can watch them go live stream. You can go and add, like, they'll talk about all those things. You can watch doctors talk about BBLs and the difference in them and stuff. It all goes by everybody. I don't think she wanted a big old giant Miami BBL. They just want, like, they have like the skinny BBLs is what they're called. They have the natural, you got the hourglass, you got the doctors that, like, girls go to the doctors that do hips because they want hips. They want that where from the side, it's little, and then it goes, you know, they want it filled in here in the front, not just here, which is what I wanted, and I originally got it because I had real bad hip dips, which my hip dips have came back, and I'm kind of scared that if I do a tummy tuck, they're going to end up coming back even more. Because I can kind of tell. If that skin's gone here, I can kind of tell my hip dip's going to kind of show again. But I plan on getting it fixed again where it's like here. Sometimes you, like I said, a lot of people get round 2s. And not all doctors are good with hips. And yeah, I want it like that. I want to be one of those girls. Yeah, I think I remember her saying she wanted small, natural, and like, you know, I don't think she was going for a big old giant. I don't think that's what she was going for. That's what I was going for. I was like, give me that, don't. And her body's to a T. Hers matches hers. It doesn't even look like she had surgery. Well, her tatas, obviously, but it doesn't even look like she had a BBL. Like, you know, which is good. I think a lot of people want that. They want it to look like they was born with it. You know, they don't want to be like, dang, she had surgery. You know? Hers matches her body. I don't think I could picture... Well... I don't think I could picture Jess with like a boom. Hers matches her. She got what she wanted. Yeah, it fits her. I don't think I could picture her with like hips and a big old donk-a-donk. I don't think so. I think we're just used to how she is. That'd be weird. Sometimes I look back at my old pictures too, and I'm like, it's so weird how you change. Like, it changed how I look completely. I look like, my body shape looked like back in the day, it probably looked like I should have been like, not with a big giant ass, but here I am. With a whole different body shape than what I had years ago. Whole completely opposite. I don't even look like the same person. I don't even look like the same person shaped from back then. But I like it, and I want around too, just to fix it. Not really get like bigger, but really just fix the shape a little bit. A little bit more here, just to fill in this part a little bit better. Like I said, I think my tummy tuck might make it worse, to be honest. I can tell. It's gonna make me end up square again. I don't know, but and then I just want like my bottom fixed, which I have to get a belly with that. That's where they kind of fix this here, and we'll like kind of give it that roundness underneath there more, and a little more right here. But I could probably lift it up more with working out. I don't know. And then I want to get inner thigh lipo, because a lot of girls can't get rid of that either, even working out. So I think the next time if I do like a round 2 to fix my BBL, like later on, you get to pick areas to lipo. I would probably choose my inner thighs and my back. So I got a pretty big back, girl. I'm a big back. Look at this. So I'm still gonna have this stuff though. That's the only problem. This is still gonna be here. Yep. But I think working out I can lose this. I don't know if it's easy or hard to lose back fat. I'm not too sure. But as I lose general weight, I think I'll lose this. But I hate this too, and it sucks because this is still going to be here unless I was to do lipo 360. So this is still going to be here. I wish I didn't have it because then I feel like I would look smaller. But I just gotta, I don't know, I may later on, once I lose all this, I may get on tirzepatide. I've thought about it. I'll be snatched and then lose a little bit of the weight. Not a lot. No, I don't want to lose a shit ton. No, my goal is like 25 pounds. Y'all don't worry about what I spend my money on. Y'all can get it too. Y'all just don't save. And you can apply for medical loans. You can apply for a regular loan and spend it on that. You can use your taxes, spend it on that. That's really up to you. Or you can spend it on going to Disney, whichever you choose. You can pay your car off and then save that money you're paying on your car and put it towards that. And if you discipline yourself, you could DoorDash, save all of that, $100 a week. 6 months from now, you're gonna already have probably half of it saved up. People can do it, trust me. If they really want to, they're gonna do it. Girl, I already did OF and all that shit. Because I really wanted it to put towards all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long I've had this in my hair. The BBL recovery was hard, yes. All recoveries are hard. It was the sleeping uncomfortable. It was the wearing the faja every single day. And then, like, putting it on to, you sleep in it. You even have to sleep in it, girl. When I get home, I don't know how long afterwards. I think once my incision's good, I have to start wearing a faja. And you got to wear it, like, the only time you can take it off is, I think, tops, like, 2 hours a day or something like that. That's just enough time for you to shower, wash your fajas, and then dry them and all that. And then you need to put it back on. Really, Amber? Girl, I did it. I promoted it one day and I already made almost $200. I was like, perfect, and I'm putting it towards Miami. That's why I said we're getting close to our goal, but that's because I did a couple side things so we can try to get it quicker. We're not there yet, but we're a lot closer. And we got a lot of orders last night, so we're even more closer. We got about 10 days left, right? I think we're at 10 days. Are we at 10 days or 9 days until the 11th? I don't remember. 10 days, 9 days, something. It's already the evening, so like 9 days to come up with the rest. But if I push myself with orders every single day, less than that, because I have to have the orders completed, dropped off at the post office. So not even, I have like 7 days. Let's do 7 days to complete, get orders, get them done, complete them. And it takes me so long to get orders. I think we could have gotten more, but I'm trying not to pile up orders to where I'm like behind. I'm like, fuck. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm like trying to, like, I spend like my whole morning and then the nighttime doing orders and getting them done and then packaged and then shipped. And then I'll take in a couple more orders. So I think I could have really, really did it, but I just didn't want to do that. Or like, in case I'm too backed up and then I can't get them done in time and shipped off, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm stuck in like, fuck. Either I refund or they're going to have to wait, postpone, and say it may take me 14 days by the time I get back to do it. It may, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do that to myself, so. My surgery's not in 9 days, but that's when I'll leave. No, my surgery's in 12 days, right? 11 days. I'm leaving the 11th, but my surgery date is the 13th. So I have to be there the 11th. I'm leaving in the nighttime, so I'm going to fly in the night. I could get there in the night. I may even sleep at the airport. I don't know. Depends. First thing the next morning, like I said, I'm going to fly in the night. First thing the next morning will be pre-op. On the 12th will be pre-op. That's when we make the decisions of what we're doing. And then the next morning will be surgery. But we don't even know. We don't even know. We could reach our goal, and I may not get approved for surgery. We have to wait for my blood work, and we have to wait for my mammogram to be cleared. Once that's cleared, I can have surgery. If I'm not cleared, even if we make our goal, we're not going. I don't know what they'll do. Depends on my blood work, and I think my blood work's fine because I've had blood work before. I just think it's going to be my mammogram. I've never had one, and I'm like, I don't know. I've had an ultrasound before. Fine. But since I've had these in here, I've never had a mammogram. So Wednesday, I get a mammogram. They said I should have the results that same day, if not the following day. So hopefully I do, so we can get it to him, and he'll let me know if it's approved or not. If not, it'll be postponed either way, if we can't get the results in quick enough. Well, spend your money on your kids. No one said you didn't have to spend your money on your kids, girl. Do that. Why are you telling me what you're doing with your own money? Why are you telling me? That's your money, girl. I don't have to do a biopsy. So I asked them about the biopsy. They said, no, the biopsy is included in your surgery. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, they'll take the biopsy. So when he does your lift, he'll, he's removing breast tissue. So he'll take a piece of it and they send it off. Just to be on the safe side. They just do it. Just, she said they just prefer doing that in case there's like any, I don't know. They send it off from your surgery. I don't know why. But they do. It comes with my surgery. That's what that was. I was like, a biopsy? Do I have to do that before surgery? What the biopsy? They're like, no, that's during your surgery. We're just letting you know that he likes to take biopsies and send them off. I don't know why. I didn't ask her why. I was just like, oh. I didn't really care. Look at this. How long have I been on here? I don't want to take it out. I don't want to leave it too late because it'll burn your hair. It dries it out, but then I don't want to take it out too soon because last time I did and it did not dye my roots. I don't know. Every doctor's pricing is different, y'all. Every doctor pricing is different. Sometimes they have, a lot of times, like around holidays and stuff, they have deals. There's always deals and bundle deals at that. It depends who you go to. Everybody prices are different. I don't care if it stains. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. I think I need to leave it on like 5 more minutes. What other questions y'all got? Same old, same old. 38 minutes, but we didn't start my hair right away. So, maybe 5 more minutes. We're going to Mexico. Mexico people's results be snatching. And a lot cheaper too. Girl, you can go and get you can go get your boobs and a BBL for $5,000. Boom, you done. You and plus chin lipo. And arm lipo. Girl, in and out. Boom, boom, snatched. 10 more minutes? Yeah, okay, we'll do 10 more minutes. I know, I was just feeling lazy to put Vaseline and stuff. I was just feeling lazy. It's gonna be all over me. Give it 2 days, it'll come off. What procedures have I done? I've gotten a breast augmentation, which went to the same doctor that I would not recommend. I used to recommend him because they're so nice and stuff, but I just feel like he just didn't do me justice, you know? I think he planned on knowing that I would come back because I had already came back, you know? I got a breast augmentation, and then I've had a BBL with Lipo 360, and then I've had chin lipo. And then I've had lip fillers. And then I've had, that's it. That's all that's fake on me. Technically, your booty isn't fake though, because it's your own fat. It's just moved around in the right spots. But, no, I guess, yeah, it's just my booty and my boobs and my lips. I was not born with looking like this, okay? Nope, I'm not working no more, y'all. I decided to come back to working at home and told them I'm going to come back in the summer. They were cool with that. I filled out the paperwork. I let them know what I was doing too, and that I was going to be having surgery and stuff. And they're like, oh, we ended up talking all about it. Oh, really? I've been wanting to do that too. Like, girl, will come with me. Yeah, no, so I signed the paper and all that, and I'm going to try to come back. In the summer is the goal, so I can get back to work. Because it's good for me, too, to even get out of the house, even if it was just part-time. Still, you know, I feel like it was just enough for me to get out, like, you know, out doing something else. So, yeah. No. I wanted to be home and prepare and really push my small business because I make more doing that. If I push it.
Mom, what? I kind of watched it, but some of it won't go. Don't touch it.
Girl, it's been like that for a while.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't look that bad.
You're just gonna leave your toes like that? What's up with y'all messed up toes?
Okay.
Maybe it needs to be looked at.
No, it's gonna hurt. I don't want to. Why?
Well then, my kids' toes be all messed up. I don't know what she did to her toes. She scraped it one time, and for a long time now, it's been all yuckies. It's weird. And then it just started bleeding. I don't know what it is. But if the world chin lipo, $600. But that's in Miami. Yep, I just added it to my BBL, and it was $600 more. It was worth it too. Let me tell you, even though like I still have like a little bit coming back because I've gained weight, obviously. Because you can, I mean, if you gain weight, come on now. You know, it's not like I got like a facelift. I got just the fat removed, the fat can come back. Worth it because I feel like before I didn't really have shape to my face. Like you couldn't really see, like see how you could see this? Like you can see the shadow of it, okay? Like you could, I have like a little bit of a, before it was like this, like I swear, like I didn't really have like that. I don't know. I want to get these buccal fat things removed one day too. I'm probably gonna get hella surgery. I'm gonna find me a rich man and just pay off loans, and then once I pay it off, get another one and then get my nose fixed. Yeah, that's the goal, is to get my nose fixed. And then, so yeah, nose job and round 2 BBL is the next goal. Well, a belly. I don't know if I'll do round 2 BBL. Depends if a belly works to get my indentions out. Then I don't know if I'll do around BBL, but the Avelli is $3,000. At least from this place that I was looking at. Pricing could be different everywhere else. I don't know. So, yeah, your girl's just like got insecurities and probably will never be satisfied, and I'll probably be one of those girls that always get surgery. People will say, don't do that. Well, it's up to me. I'm sure but that was because I added it to my surgery. Now, if you're going just to get chin lipo, it's probably not going to be $600, because then you're going to have to pay for anesthesia, all that stuff. It may be like $1,200 or something like that, which is still not bad. In Miami, but mine was only $600 because I was already having a procedure, and that came with all that, so he was just adding that. I was already getting lipo, so he was just adding that. So it was $600 to add. But I think if you are just getting that and not another procedure, it's not going to be $600. It's probably going to be like $1,200, $1,700. I don't know. Because they got to, they got to do your procedure payments too. Your anesthesia and shit like that. What's the deal?
What are you doing?
I'm dyeing my hair. I'm going to take a shower.
What? No. What? Over there, because that smells bad.
Okay, well then why are y'all trying to come in here?
What color are you dyeing?
Don't come in here. Go. Just my regular black. Don't come in here because mommy's room's clean and I don't want y'all in here.
Go over there. Can I go walk on?
No.
Over there.
No.
Go over there.
Wait till I get out of the shower. I'm actually about to get in the shower right now.
Mommy.
What?
Can I play Xbox after?
Yes.
Okay.
Love you. So every doctor, prices are different, and they do bundles. So, if you're paying separate, they do bundles, okay? Bundle deals. Bundles. My arm lipo, guys, came free. I got 2 free areas of lipo, and I chose my arms. She recommended me doing my back, but I want to focus on my arms. And here, she told me to do my back, but I was like, I don't know. It may change. Maybe they'll convince me to do my back, but I know I am going to do my arms too. But I get 2 free areas of lipo. So, and then the mommy makeover is a bundle deal, which is breast lift with tummy tuck. It is a bundle deal that I got. And then it was $500 extra to do implant exchange, because that doesn't come with it. Since I already have implants and I'm wanting to not keep the same ones and just do a lift, I'm wanting to take them out and do new ones. It was $500 more for implant exchange. So yeah. And it was going to be $300 if I would have switched to saline, because they're cheaper. But they suggested I stick with silicone because I already have silicone. She was like, I would stick with silicone. So it was $500 extra. That was an add-on. Since I wanted implant exchange and not just keeping my same ones and doing the lift. I want to go smaller, so. Ooh. But yeah, for lipo on my chin, when I got it, it was $600 added to my BBL. My BBL was $4,200. Like I said, if you want to do it, it's best to do the bundle deals. And it's best to pay attention, follow people, pay attention to holidays. Holidays, even if you're like, oh, I don't want to get, I can't get surgery at that time. You can get their deal. Like they have Valentine's Day ones. They're going to have Mother's Day ones. All these places do. They're all like in competition. You can, most places, some places are $250 deposit to lock that deal in, so you could keep that deal. If you find a really good one, and you have like up to 2 years to change your dates or whatever when you want to have surgery and pay it off and all that. And some places are $400 deposit from what I've done my research on. I've literally switched doctors 50 million times. So yeah, you can always lock in your deal. Even you're like, oh, they're having a great deal. I wish I could do it right now. You don't have to do it right then and there. Call, get your your quote done and all that. And then you can lock in that deal with the deposit, and that you'll get that price. But you could say, okay, I'm locking in this price. This is what I want, but I want to get it next summer. You want to call and say, fuck, that time's not going to work for me. I need to switch to the next summer. And most places is up to 2 years you can switch the dates. And then, trust me, it'll push you to be like, oh my gosh, I got it set. I got my deposit. I'm going to push to saving money because it's like, it's there. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of cool. My arm lipo, I don't know why you keep acting like you know, girl. My arm lipos were free. It was 2 free areas. But you can't apply for cherry. So just make sure that the surgery place that you want to go to accepts cherry, and you go through there. Ooh, Robin, heck yeah. In Amarillo, so I went to Lubbock. My consultation, that wasn't even with the lift, girl. That was just for the augmentation. And it was looking at about, plus anesthesia and all that, it was looking at about almost $11K. Just to get implants. I wasn't with the lift or nothing. I was like, F that. Girl. I see your comments, Julia. I'm trying to answer y'all's questions. So mine's at about 7,200. It's a lot, but I did cherry. And then, yeah, cheapest place is Mexico. And a lot of people get scared, but you just got to do your research. Like, you have to do your research. You have to literally make sure that they're board certified. Make sure, you can look to see if there was any deaths. Like, you can, look at the results. Like, all that stuff. You just go to... I recommend going to someone that's known. You know what I mean? I went to someone last time that wasn't. And, yeah. People get scared. Like, oh, don't go to Mexico. Oh, this can happen. It can happen to anybody. Anything can happen. Even with the best surgeon. Even with the best of the best surgeon... Best of the best. Something can happen to you. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. You can get an infection, not because it's a certain doctor, just because it can happen. Or it's because of you. You come home, you don't clean it, you got dirty hands, you can get an infection, you can get necrosis. Your circulation cannot be as good. Anything can happen to people. And it sometimes doesn't have to do with the surgeon. It's just our bodies are different. Our healing processes are different. All that type of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Everybody. Now, I'm not going to lie. The one thing that I am nervous about, I got to take this out of my hair, is how my belly button is going to look. I've looked at belly buttons, and I'm so scared because everybody's belly buttons, they look different. So it's not like, one doctor makes the best belly buttons. Because I feel like I've looked at all their results, and then each person, their belly button just... It's not identical. They're not all the same belly buttons. They're all different. Just depends. But yeah, no, trust me. I've done went down the rabbit hole of being traumatized by seeing other people's belly buttons, and I'm like, I just want to make sure I got a good belly button. I've known 2 people on social media that's had messed up belly buttons. And I'm scared. Yeah, guys, a lot of people have passed away from tummy tucks, BBLs, breast augmentations, from blood clots. People have gotten blood clots before. A lot of people after surgery aren't strong and they don't want to get up and move around because they can't take pain that good. So people can get blood clots, and that can cause, you know, the death. People can lose a lot of blood. People can go septic, you know, from infections and stuff. People can go septic. There's been a lot there, but a lot of people have died from tooth and infections from getting their teeth pulled, and they got an infection in their jaw and went septic. A lot of people have died from getting a scope done. A lot of people have gotten from doing a colonoscopy. What's it called? Up your doo-doo. People pass away from tons of things. Tons of things. And it can happen. It can happen to me too, and I'm very aware of that. They make you sign all those papers. Yeah, necrosis can happen. It sure can. And I'm terrified because it can happen to me too. It can happen to me as well. It sure can. All of those things can happen to me. So, you know, just because, you know, I'm going to still talk to you and answer questions while I'm in the shower, but, you know, just because I'm going to the best doctor, or not the, I wouldn't say the best doctor, because, you know, who's the best? I don't know. Dr. Miami? I don't know. He's just really popular, but I've heard bad things about him too. I think Dr. Miami has had deaths as well. And some doctors, guys, have had deaths. And I think, because I've done my research, and but it's not always the doctor's fault. So let me tell you another reason why some doctors end up with death is because the patient lied about their health history, so that way they could get approved for surgery. They didn't say the truth on their paperwork. They didn't, you know, tell them their medical history. They didn't tell them about their previous surgeries, or, you know what I mean, all that stuff. So that's why they say it's so important to, on your paperwork, to tell them everything, answer all the questions truthfully. That's why they ask so many questions on whenever you apply, guys. There's like so many medical history, family history as well. It's very, very important. Because if you've never even been to the doctor, you know, there could be a risk because, you know, oh, you've never had to go to the doctor, so you don't really know. But if it's in the family history, it could be a risk. You know, even though it hasn't happened to you. But it's very, very important to be honest on your paperwork when you're applying for these things, because that's how some people have lied. And, you know, things happen. I seen one girl, this is when I did my BBL, I was doing my research, and I found somebody that lied about how they didn't say they had kids or anything like that, because you got to tell them like how many kids you've had, when your last pregnancy was, did you breastfeed, did you this? And she said no. And she had barely had a baby, like, I think it was, she went and got her tatas done, and it was like only a couple months after having a baby, and she was breastfeeding, and they found out because obviously there was, when they opened it up, there was like the milk glands and stuff, and I was like, eee! Straight up lied about their stuff. That was years ago that I had came across a story. It was something like that. And I was like, what the heck? People be lying on their paperwork. It's crazy. Not me, man. I'm like, hell no, I don't want something to happen to me. I am scared, though. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I'm terrified. Because I am getting cut open. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I had some complications with my breast augmentation. I was having a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, especially when I laid down. And I felt like there was fluid, but there wasn't. Thank God. I ended up going to the ER like twice. And then my incision was like getting gooey and like kind of opening up. Do y'all remember? Let me read y'all's comments. Do y'all remember? And I had to go to the hospital. And they put me on antibiotics. They thought it was an infection. But then I got back to with my doctor. And I followed these groups, and they were like, no, it's actually like the reason why it was opening back up was because my body was rejecting the stitches. So it was like, it's called like a spitting stitch or something like that. And that's what it was, and that's the reason why. And the freaking ER thought it was infection. And so I stopped the antibiotics, and they're like, you need to just pull it out. And I was like, fuck. And I don't know if y'all remember, and I pulled it out. I did. I took it out myself. I just pulled it. And it was a spitting stitch. And as soon as I did that, and everyone said that it would close back. It was starting to open up, but it was because my body was rejecting it. And as soon as I took it out, I'm telling you, it was like 2 days, it was already closed back up and scabbed. But it ended up causing my scars underneath where they cut it, it ended up making it thicker because of that. Because of it opening up a little bit and healing all fucked up, and then it got scabbed. But yeah, so I had somewhat of that issue, but now I have experience of what that is, and I've seen a lot of people that happened to them with their breast lifts, it happened to them with their tummy tucks, and they think that it's necrosis, or they think, because I thought it was too, I was so scared, y'all remember I was freaking out. It was like it was opening, and it happened with their tummy tucks. They think it's necrosis, they think it's an infection, they think it's like their skin flesh is eating, they think that it's a, and it's not, it's a spitting thingy, and like it'll start, your body's rejecting it, and it'll start to like push it out, and it'll start opening, and it'll start getting gooey and cacas and yucky stuff until you take it out, and then it'll like automatically just like fix itself. Like the body's like, okay, it's out, yay, we can go back to normal. I was freaking out for days on mine. I was like, oh my god, I went to the ER, and they're like, yeah, it's probably infected. But it's because the ER don't know shit, you know what I mean? They don't know about, they're not the one who did the surgery. They don't really, like, have, they don't know about plastic surgeries and shit. But it was a spitting stitch. And I know I'm going to be in pain. People say, like, I kind of forgot the pain of, like, my tatas, and it was painful. It was mainly soreness, and, like, at night time's the worst. Because you're so uncomfortable. Especially when you have to sleep in one spot the longest. I think that's what really gets you. And it gets, a lot of people don't talk about the depression that comes with getting your body done. So they're like, oh, I'm going to feel great. Oh, I'm going to be, like, so happy. The healing process, guys, can make you go into like a depression. It's really hard. It is mentally hard. So I'm already prepared. I know what to expect to an extent, because I don't know what to expect because I've never had a tummy tuck or anything like that. But mentally, I kind of know what it can do to you and how exhausting it is. And like with my BBL, it was so hard. The sleeping and the ha-ha was so stressful for me. And the massages, like, it was, oh, guys, it was like a burden to me in a way. I could never get comfortable. I was tired of feeling like I couldn't fucking breathe in the ha-ha. Uncomfortable, sleeping on my stomach, and then my back and my neck would hurt all the time. I was so uncomfortable, or having to stand, or can't just sit down and chill how I want to chill. And it was for, a couple weeks, and it was rough, let me tell you. And then my tatas was the same. I couldn't sleep on my side. I couldn't sleep on my stomach. I couldn't like alternate. I had to like sleep propped up and on my back at night. And I was like, after like 2 weeks, you're like over it. You're like, fuck. You know what I mean? Half an hour, you know, you just can't, I don't know, you can't wear a cute bra like you want. You gotta wear the sports one. So certain outfits you want to wear, it looks ugly. And you can't lift your arms up and you need to get this and you're like, shit. Your kid climbs on top of you, you gotta carry something. Because I was by myself. So I went through healing alone, you know what I mean? But now I have my kids, so I mean, I know my kids can help me a lot. You know, they already do with taking out the trash and stuff, but whenever the other ones, it was just me and Saya, so I had to do all that stuff myself and it was hard. I remember going and trying to take the trash out, and I couldn't lift the bag. Like, I carried it outside, but I couldn't, and you're not supposed to lift it either. And I had to, you know. My groceries, like all that, I had to do it all. And I remember taking the trash out and getting to the trash, and I couldn't lift the lid was closed to the alley trash can. And I couldn't lift my arms up to get the freaking lid up. And then I finally did, and I was like, shit, man. And I hurt myself. And then I had to lift the bag to throw it up underneath into the trash can. I was like, oh, it was a struggle, y'all. It's really hard. You don't think of these things until you're doing it. So I know with the tummy tuck and in this one, you can open up your you know, you can't lift. You can open up your incisions, and you can't just stand up straight either. You can't sleep straight either. You're going to have to sleep propped up or in a recliner, sitting. But, you know, people say it gets uncomfortable after a while. You just want to move around, you know. They have to walk. You know, you have to walk often because you can get blood clots. You got to, you know, it helps with the process, the healing process too. Walking and moving around is what I was told. Which that's with all the other surgeries too. And, you know, you have to walk around like hunched over so that people's backs be hurting them. I heard with tummy tuck, that's like the biggest thing is their back. Not being able to sneeze, cough because the muscle is so tight, not feeling like you can relax because that muscle is just constantly tight. And it takes months for it to feel like you get used to it. It just feels like you're constantly like squeezing your abdomen without any type of relaxation. And I'm like, eee. So it's sore. I know my back's gonna hurt. I already know it. Everyone complains of that, is their back. It's always here. So, yeah. But I've been real productive today. I gotta do orders tonight. I'm gonna try to cook on the grill a little bit. If my propane's not gone, I don't know. It might be. Then get orders done today. We've got a lot. To pack to ship tomorrow, so I can hopefully get more orders in. We only have 6 mirrors left. I don't know whether to order more or not. I deep cleaned the house. Gotta finish laundry. I need to kind of do my room a little bit more. Got my hair dyed. Kids are playing. Kids' rooms are even clean again. If the world was ending, I would be next to you. Ooh. Sorry, I'm watching my snakes. Rub it a bit. Too hot, but pass out. I think it's too hot. Sure. Hot in here, y'all. Shit. Don't you hate when you do it too hot? So yeah, I was needing to come up with 26 out of pocket myself. For the extra stuff that comes along with it. So it's a hard, it's a lot to think about and to make decisions, but a lot of people do it with their taxes, or they save up, or they do the medical loans because it's too much, You can even do the loans, guys, through your personal bank instead of a car loan. If you have a car that's good, you get, get it for that, through your bank. There's a lot of ways around it, and save. DoorDash on the side, save it all. Uber Eats, Uber Drive, whatever. Taxes, put half of it up or 2,000 of it up, then the next year do it. Time goes by fast, You may feel like, oh, I'm never going to save up, but if you try, time goes by really fast. And it's possible. People do it. And people could save up or go through loans that end up being $30K for freaking surgery, because people will pay like $21K. I'm like, oh my God, $18K. I'm like, wow. You can too. But just be smart. Go to a good doctor that you feel comfortable with. You can go to Mexico or Miami or wherever and get it at a more affordable price. Save money. Put the other money towards something else. I don't know. You can even get your teeth done there for like $2,500, girl. Veneers. In Mexico, too. Look, I'm hot. The fact that you think you're doing something is funny. My hair's gonna look no different, y'all. It's gonna look the same. This one looks, thank you for the stars. I'm hot. I gotta kind of crack this open. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my serum, my Bella serum. Actually, I'm gonna go with my toner. My Lancome Hydrating Comfort Toner, because I have really dry skin. Shit, I got too hot. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. You ever get like that and get sick? Fuck, I took a hot ass shower. People can feel some type of way about me, and that's okay. Doesn't matter. They can think they know, but what is it to them? I can do what I want to. Let me pop this with you. Yeah, though. Okay, I'm gonna go on with my Bella serum. Oh, that's way too much. I do not need that much. Wow. Wasted product. Way too much. Well, I don't know. I just are. It's okay. We've had a great day. We've had a great few days. I'm in really good moods. Wait, did you guys have a good weekend? We haven't been going to church, y'all. I know I need to. I've just been enjoying, like, chilling on the weekends, you know? Or, you know, deep cleaning. I need to go to church. Yeah, they're all playing the Xbox. They're all playing. I can hear them. They're talking on the mic. I made them all get out of my room, though. Okay. Process of moving. Oh, moving's rough. It's fun once you're already moved and then you get to decorate. I'm thinking about doing my lips again. What do y'all think? You can also use cherry on that too, guys. On cosmetic procedures, and that's including Botox and injections if you want. I kind of want to do them again. Some days I feel like they're really dried out. It's maybe the days I chew on them. Some days they're real plump, and it also depends on how much water you're taking. I'm addicted to plastic surgeries. Just kidding, I'm just insecure is what it is. I can. And I wanna be next to you. Ooh. Oh, my feet are hurting for some reason. If I stand in one area for too long, like barefoot, my feet start hurting. Does y'all's? Or is it just me? My feet be hurting. My feet be hurting. I don't know what I want to put on. Should I just put on comfy clothes? Yeah, let's just put on comfy clothes. I ain't even gonna wear a bra today. Who cares? Yeah, let's just wear this in sweats. All I've been doing is cleaning and shit. Might as well chill before tomorrow's back to life, right? We big chillin'. I am gonna blow dry my hair and stuff though, so that way I can style it for tomorrow. Dang, that sucks. I can't do my mammogram until freaking Wednesday, bro. Wednesday 11th. Tuesday? I think the 11th is Tuesday, so gosh, I would have to have results in by then. And then have the doctor review it and approve it. So even if we do reach our goal, I don't know. It's cutting it short, y'all. We're like last minute. Ooh, it's cutting it. It's really cutting it. You know? Okay, we're gonna use this stuff. Almost out of it. I'm using all WOW products. Hey, applicator clips. Hello. It's hot. Where's my purple brush? I bet the kids took it. I'm gonna see if that's meat. It can go in the grill. I need to see if I have propane in it. If not, I guess I don't know how else I'd cook it in the oven. Probably. gonna style it. Should I? Or should I wait and then go ahead and wash it again tomorrow to get this off? I try not to wash it every day. It doesn't look like my roots got dyed again. What the hell? I think I have to leave it on there longer. I'll make it though. Come on. You need to go get that. Please on. Go take your pictures too. You wash it once a week. Hey, Tammy. If the world was made, I wanna be next to you. Finish my room. My whole house is pretty much done. Oh, I need to put size curtains up. I keep forgetting. Ugh, I got all the stuff too and haven't put them up. What the heck? I'd be slacking. Alexa. Alexa, play music. Alexa. Oh, they unplugged my Alexa. Look how much hair I have on this thing. They're all playing Roblox. Dang, I have hella hair in here, y'all. I never clean it. Disgusting. I know bacteria's. I need to spray it with alcohol too and wash it. Well, I can only spray it with alcohol because it's electric, so. But I need to because it can cause bacteria. That's hella hair. Sheesh. I also lost my work phone. I don't know where it's at. Who are you talking to? Huh? Ava, who are you on the phone with?
Huh?
Who are you talking to?
I'm not.
You were on the phone. Who are you talking to?
Nobody.
Who's that?
My friend.
Who?
Her name's Riley, the one that I wanted to go to her birthday party.
Oh.
these kind of brushes on my TikTok shop, they're all the same, y'all. This one's expensive and kind of burns my hair. I actually need to purchase one from the TikTok shop. There's more affordable ones, and they all do the same thing. You can get them at Walmart, too. They all do the same shit. Truly. Trust me. This one's like freaking expensive. Stupid. I haven't done this to my hair in a minute. But I did use the Wow products, and I'm telling you, the Wow products makes it more bouncy, and like, all the Wow products are on my TikTok shop as well, y'all. Trust me, I always tell y'all it's worth the purchase. If y'all got taxes, go and purchase it. If you get it tangled, you're probably drying your hair when it's too wet. You got to do it when it's just damp, like it's almost dry. And at the beginning, it's going to get a little tangled, but as it kind of dries more, it'll get where it won't tangle. And you need to put product in your hair. So I said the Wow products are really good because it makes it really smooth. Do you know what I'm saying? And real bouncy, like real, I don't know how to explain it. They're the best products I've ever used. I haven't been using them a whole lot because I don't want to run out, and I'm running out. And they're not cheap, but they're worth it. You don't want to do your hair too wet. It's got to be like almost dry, pretty much. That's why it takes people a long time too, because they do it when it's wet, like wet. Do smaller sections if you have to, if you feel like you're getting it tangled. But it's probably too wet. Okay, I need a comb.
You should let me do your makeup. This time I'll actually try.
You better start. Oh, I'm over. I'm getting hot.
This time I'll actually try. This time I'll actually try on your makeup.
I just did my skincare.
So...
My bangs have cowlick, so it's like I can't really get them to go right how I want them to. I have to use like that other heated brush. I don't know. Then I'll usually go in with that heated brush and curl it in or out how I want it. But this is just blow dried. My bangs go weird because they're short and I have a cowlick, so it's kind of hard. Whether I go out or in, it just flips fucked up every time. Whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna get off here, y'all.